Hello everyone, my name is Jalen Watson, aka Jnoy the Fighting Slasher, or Joker, and today I'll be telling you about my AP Lang experience. Now, starting the school year, I took college prep because I never liked the ELA classes, but I quickly switched from college prep to AP Lang. I was a little afraid about this decision because my honors English 2 teacher told me that this class would be very challenging, but as I thought about the type of colleges that were looking at me for basketball, like Dartmouth or the University of Chicago, I needed a challenging class. My AP Lang experience was a great journey for me, and I felt very proud of myself because of milestones I fulfilled, like becoming a better writer, becoming a better reader, and getting an A in AP Lang. These milestones I accomplished helped me become a better academic weapon, so I'm very glad about this decision. I always thought I was a good writer because I could write a lot, but when I got the rubric back for my first essay over the summer reading assignment and looked at the feedback, I came to the realization that most of my writing had no quality content and a lot of yapping. This makes sense because I never focused on content writing ever and using no filler words. It also didn't help that most of my writing I did was texting people on my phone and not having a real focus on my grammar or spelling. So I had to learn how to write in an academic way. I would get another reminder of my writing techniques when I wrote my first rhetorical analysis essay, which I scored a big 3 out of 6 on. For a couple of days, I thought I was definitely cooked for the rest of the year, but I couldn't give up. I needed to lock in. I would take advice from each essay I wrote as constructive criticism, and throughout the year, I would see slow improvement in my essays. My sentences were more fluent, I felt my vocabulary expand, and started average 4s in the middle of the year. I was happy with my improvements, but I didn't stop there. I would see different essays in class and try to incorporate some ideas or words that would elevate my essay. By the end of the year, I got a 5 on every single type of essay. I felt proud of myself for this milestone and definitely helped when it came to writing the essays for the AP exam. Reading, my worst enemy. Ever since I was a kid, I hated reading with a passion. Some may say it can't be that bad, but I was the type of kid to write 30 minutes on the reading calendar every day so my class would win. The one time I enjoyed reading as a kid was in first grade. I found the I Survive series and Magic Trio series, and when I nearly read all of them by third grade, I lost interest in reading again. This is one reason why I took AP Lang. I knew standardized tests would include reading sections, so I needed to harness the skill of reading, but not just reading to understand. Beginning of the year, we got a lot of passages to read and annotated to help improve our reading abilities. I hated these assignments because I never understood what I was reading, but also the point of annotating. Annotating to me was a lot of work and useless writing while reading, giving me extra things to do. It was very difficult for me because I didn't understand why I was reading, so it would take me an hour to finish these assignments. I also saw the problem occur when doing the AP MC for the first time. I couldn't understand the excerpts, and when it came to the questions, I was extra cooked because the whole point of the questions is to evaluate what you just read. What mostly helped was doing these reading assignments all the time as I was slowly getting better with each read. It also helped when we had to read our book and have quizzes over them. I did not like these quizzes because they were really specific to the reading, and it was very hard for me to retain what I read. I would completely fail these quizzes, but the more I kept reading throughout the year and annotating as I read, I saw growth. My quiz grades were getting better. I felt more confident in my reading skills, and I was able to remember what I read. I learned that annotating helps give deep thought about the passage, and I think that was a piece of the puzzle I was missing. And all I finished this year with the great reading abilities that led me from not finishing the APMC to finishing the APMC. So I thank this class for the piece I was looking for. When I entered AP Lang on the second day of school, I would come to a problem right off the bat, which was I didn't do the summer reading assignment because I originally was in college prep. I thought catching up would be a breeze, but boy was I wrong. I soon realized how challenging this class was. My whole life I had been a 4.0 GPA student easily, but it seemed as if this class was posing an attack on my GPA. Once again, I needed to lock in on everything in this class, from the quizzes mentioned earlier, assignments, essays, and my worst enemy, projects. I am very creative when it comes to technology, but give me a poster or paper and tell me to draw, cooked. My first project was a one-pager, which I got a B, and getting B's on more weighted assignments like projects was not going to give me an A. My individual projects slowly got better as I became to think more academically and become more creative because of the reading assignments helping my grade. Some of the problems I went through were the distractions I had in the first semester. I was surrounded by 4 goons, Remy, Connor, Benjamin Stone, and Millie Jones. But as much as I had fun with them, we were all equally struggling in this class. Sometimes in class I wouldn't have as much focus, but near the end of the semester our focus became better because our grades were threatened. This is when a group project came in clutch, like our most famous Death at Dimsdale video. After the grades were in, I managed to achieve an A with an 89.60% and definitely did not post it on my TikTok to brag about this achievement. So I would like to thank Mrs. Brooks for helping me get better in ELA. At the start I thought this was all extra work, but I came to terms and saw this as a great experience. Thank you, Mrs. Brooks, not Misty. Oh!